Oh, Judge, welcome. So, it's really exciting. This is my first big off-site project.
Is that right?
Yeah. So I guess we'll know today, huh? It's the big day.
Big day.
I guess you can't tell me which way you're leaning, can you?
No. That would be inappropriate.
No, I understand. Well, everybody else is here. Place has been buzzing the last couple days.
So I'm the last one.
Yep. We've got everybody now. Good luck.
Ah, Benny. Glad you could make it. We've been waiting.
Oh, am I late?
No, it's just everyone else was so excited they got here early.
Oh. Well, I'm here now, so we can begin.
This is Judge Dewey. I believe you know Albin.
Hello, Benny. Albin?
Good. Let's do this.
I hope that everyone had a good year.
I found this one to be most unusual.
We should vote now and get it over with already.
I second that.
With no discussion first.
I hate to be that guy, but Benny's right. We have to follow procedure.
Since when have you been concerned with procedure?
I take comfort in formalities.
You would give the summary now?
I know, Dewey. Okay, you want a summary? How's this? We're 2 years behind schedule. The delays have put us over budget, and now I have corporate breathing down my neck about the possibility, however remote, that after all this, we stalemate.
No. That would be no good for anybody.
The preliminary data showed that this was a no-brainer decision, so corporate has already made plans for after. So every day from here on out, we're idle is money down the tubes.
Well, it seems like that's their fault for assuming too much. That isn't really supposed to factor into our decision-making process.
Maybe you can make a decision in a self-imposed vacuum, but me? I base my decision on the facts, and the facts are that there are a lot of moving parts here, and a delay now would have a cascading effect on other endeavors and could mean a change in the overall plan.
And just the time for the transmission.
And just the transmission time alone. So we don't have time to screw around, okay? Albin, you feel better?
I suppose. Was that was your summary?
Yes.
We're supposed to be expediting things.
No, we're supposed to be doing our jobs. By judging things based on their merits and dangers, not on some calendar put together by corporate. The rush to just do whatever we want regardless is the reason why the council and the system of judges were put together in the first place.
I don't need a lecture on the council.
You don't need a lecture.
We already have to beg and plead with them every time we find a microbe on some rock we want to move. If left to their own devices, we'd be neck deep in mad apes before they made a decision.
Mad apes!
I guess I see our roles a little different. We come back with a unanimous yay vote, everybody's happy. The council signs off, corporate's happy, and I get to move on to Inspector General.
Well, I apologize if our solemn debate is holding up your promotion.
Let's just go through the protocol. We shouldn't argue freeform.
Fine.
Okay, then. The 4 questions. Uniqueness.
Ha! I agree. Nothing we haven't seen in 100 other systems.
What about the collections?
We've taken all the genetic samples. But what to do with them? One more carbon-based trivergent evolutionary pattern. Just put it on the shelf with the others.
Exactly. How many times do you have to decode a furry vertebrate before you say, we got it, we're good?
What about the platypus?
What?
It's a mammal that lays eggs. It's both furry and it has a bill like that of a duck. It developed over hundreds of thousands of years in the deciduous forests of Australia.
This thing wouldn't even qualify if it had 2 heads. It doesn't Does it spit a hallucinogenic venom or anything?
No.
No. If you want a rodent with the face of a duck, I'll have the labs whip one up for you. Next.
Wait. What about the largest organism on the planet? The honey mushroom.
Is it intelligent?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Then why are we even discussing a fungus?
Benny, it's not like that we don't appreciate the inherent fractal beauty in the natural process. There's just nothing unique here.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Moving right along. Sentient consciousness.
Just say it. Humans. That's why we're here. This big-brained little gem comes in a wide variety of sizes and colors. All of them savage, self-concerned busybodies. You're worried about planetary biodiversity? Well, we've seen how man destroys all to make room for himself. Dewey?
Well, statistically speaking, mankind's activities has killed several species since we sat down. 1.5 acres of rainforest disappear every second. The planet is warming, bees are dying, and they're releasing millions of gallons of oil into the Gulf, and they're radiating the Pacific Ocean.
And they just reached 7 billion in population.
See? We better destroy this place before they beat us to it.
And for a self-aware species, they are remarkably uncooperative.
Albin, what is wrong with you? What's with the scratching?
It's just this body. I get phantom itches all the time, especially when I'm nervous.
Stop it. It's distracting.
So, interstellar travel.
They can't.
They can't yet, but at some point they will square the circle and it will be all over.
The worst case scenario would be for them to just get out of the system before they straighten out their own civil strife.
Can you imagine?
They're a long way off. They don't even have a space elevator yet.
But they will. You know it. Within 100 generations.
That rule is particularly broad.
Broad or not, we have no indication that the humans will change in that time.
Exactly.
So, if by a stroke of luck even, that they're able to cross the stars, they'll bring their own mental disorders with them. What does the manual say? You can't fix stupid.
You're conflating the danger argument to get ahead of the next question.
They are dangerous, Benny. Albin has a graph.
Oh, it's time for mine? Okay. These are the human deaths caused by other humans. You can see the projection is right off the chart. By the time that most societies invent a global communications network, they reach a kind of critical mass, a democratization of knowledge, so to speak. Peace and understanding typically ensue, but not with the humans. They use the internet to watch pornography, play video games, and to sell each other guns. This was the most viewed video last month with 28 million hits.
They're just such buffoons.
What is this?
Yeah, you see, this baby human comes along and hits a mature human in the genitalia. Apparently, it hurts considerably.
What? You think this is funny?
Is this supposed to be making the danger argument?
Yeah. Albin, put that away. Dewey, what else we got?
Well, there are the wars, of course. You want to do the wars?
Certainly. For you, Benny. One thing the humans excel at is making war on each other. When they had sticks, they beat each other with sticks. Now that they've split the atom, they chunk these at each other. They've used atomic weapons on their own species. They've had over 120 significant wars in the last century, so let's just cover the big ones. World War I, 20 million. World War II, 55 million. There have been civil wars across the globe, millions killed, and on and on and on. So yeah, genocide, rape, torture, murder, they kill for resources, for space, for dominance, even for religion.
But what intelligent species doesn't have war as part of their past?
You want this to get out?
Of course not. But you're trying to indict a species for something that is common for most worlds. They have time to overcome their weakness.
I disagree. We do not have time.
Again. I find our deliberations are pushing up against some hidden agenda.
Oh, please.
You can establish that they're dangerous, especially to the Earth and themselves. But you can't show that they're dangerous to us.
But Benny, 100 generations could be 3 millennia. So we're back to, will they change?
We should vote now.
Dewey, wait. Just wait. I've got more to say on this matter. The humans are savage, but they're young, barely 1 foot out of the muck. But they have something special, and it's more than self-awareness. And it's in spite of their condition, not because of it. Call it a transcendental spirit, if you will. They don't all rape and pillage all the time, and they're not all sociopaths. Some make great works of art, music, literature, and they revel in their time. That expression of spirit can't be foreign to those of us sitting at this table. Or what good are we at all? It's their imagination, their wonderment, their creativity, their heart. This is what will change them. This is what will save them. Up until now, we've not been in the business of destroying planets that didn't deserve it. But I beg you, don't set the unethical precedent by judging the humans on something they might do 100 years from now. That's all.
You know what your problem is, Benny? Now turn that off. You always have too much compassion for the creatures that we sometimes have the unpleasant task of obliterating. Admit it. You fall in love with them. You walk among them and you get involved in all their stories and trials and tribulations. Exactly. Who cares about the personal mythology of some psychotic simian?
This is why we're required to come down here and live like this.
No, Benny. We are sent down here to get a good visceral taste of their nature, of the organizing principles of their consciousness, judged by what they do.
Are you citing exigent meta circumstances, Benny?
No, he's not. Next time, spend your year in a war zone and spare us your bleeding heart crap. We need to put these creatures out of their misery. We need to vote. All for the immediate termination of Planet 492. Get him up. Raise your hand, Benny. Raise it. Raise your fucking hand, Benny. I'm not going through this again with you. Now get your hand up.
I can't just let you destroy another one for no reason.
Okay, vote affirmed. Unanimous yay.
Wait a second.
Good work, gentlemen.
Wait a second.
What?
That wasn't my vote. You can't do that.
I don't know, Benny. I'm pretty sure I saw your hand go up.
I'm not going to let you get away with this. Seth, stop. You're not certifying that vote. I'm going to contact the council.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. You just can't destroy a planet because some planner back home wants you to. Our job is a sacred one. And you two are just sitting idly by while he corrupts it.
They said, Benny, you are a romantic. And you're just being stubborn.
We followed the procedure.
Of course we did.
We answered the questions.
Yes, we did.
My dissenting opinion is going to be very thorough about you. And when they get through with you...
what, Benny? Huh? Let me tell you how this is going to go. I'm entering the official vote, unanimous yay. Now you can go back to your hovel and start working on that blistering critique. By the time your report reaches anyone who cares, this planet will already be a wisp of ash. And when they come to me, the new Inspector General, and ask about this Judge Benedictine and the procedures and didn't he and didn't I, you know what I'm going to tell him? I'm going to shrug my shoulders and say, crazy Benny. That's why I sent him to work in the Hall of Records. You're going to grow cross-eyed and useless slopping around that hall with plenty of time to read your own goddamn reports. Wait! No!
Jeez, Benny. Do you know how many forms you're going to have to fill out for this?
Warning, security breach in Judge's Chamber. Warning, security override by Justice Sheffield. Facility defense to manual. Warning, facility self-destruct active. Implosion imminent. You have 1 minute to reach facility.
This is Traffic Tracy with your Action 10 Sky Report. I'm in Chatsworth today, just northeast of LA proper, where a giant sinkhole opened up just a few hours ago. The USGS says there was a small quake of 3.0 centered in this area, and that was likely a large underground pocket of gas. Residents are being evacuated.